A couple of weeks ago, we did a video talking about clean energy penny stocks and how I thought the sector was about to take off. This video right here. And well, we talked about my top 3 penny stocks in the sector that I thought had a lot of potential. And well, all 3 of those penny stocks went to the moon, baby. With the biggest winner being OPTT up 100% and the other 2 making moves of over 40%. It was just crazy. It was bananas. And the political climate that we're in, I think this sector is just going to gain more and more attention, and we still have tons of opportunities. The clean energy movement is not going away. It's just going to gain traction in the years to come. So we need to get positioned. We need to position ourselves to take advantage of this movement, to take advantage and profit from this clean energy wave. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing and breaking down, analyzing my top 3 clean energy penny stocks to invest in right now for long-term growth. These are the kind of penny stocks that you buy at $1, $2, or $3. You give it to your grandkids years and years down the road, and they're worth $100 or $200 a share. Because clean energy is the future. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. Wind, solar, EV, hydro, it's going down. If you like investing in EV, if you like investing in clean energy, do me a favor and go ahead and destroy that like button for me. Go ahead and give it the old touchdown trades, snake eye jab in the eyes. As these videos do take me quite a while, a lot of effort, time, research, due diligence go into these videos, and all I ask for in return is to destroy the like button. If you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that juicy subscribe button. What are you waiting on? My top 3 clean energy penny stocks, these have high growth potential, baby. And as always, let's secure that bag by making smart investments and sound trades. Let's get it. All right, all my trader and investor homies, let's talk about my top 3 penny stocks to invest in for long-term growth right now. They're all 3 in the clean energy sector, as I believe the clean energy sector, the EV sector, this is a sector that is the future. We all know this. That's why we're big into EV. That's why we're big into clean energy. We cannot continue down the road of fossil fuels, and we have to find these renewable resources to power our lives off of. And we're going to be able to profit from this wave by getting involved early, investing in these companies early as they're starting out. They may be a little bit risky, but the reward is outrageous. That is shown by these investments that we talked about in the last penny stock video, OPTT. We talked about this OPTT, and it was way back here. It was under $1 per share, and then it's trading up here now over $3, and it hit highs of almost $4. That is the kind of potential we're talking about. It made a 400% move. We also talked about SUNW. When we mentioned it, it was pulling back here on this day. And I told my private Discord channel and chat room that I was wanting to invest in this SUNW and that we were going to wait on a pullback. The next day it gapped down. So if you weren't in the chat room, you probably wouldn't have caught the exact trade that we did. So check out the 2-week free trial for the private Discord channel in the description of this video. 2-week free trial. You would not have caught the same trade, but we added into this drop, and I had like a 230 price average, and I sold half my position today over $4 per share. So almost 100% on that trade as well. And we talked about PEC, which also made a giant move. And I got 3 more penny stocks in the clean energy sector for you guys today that are about to take off as well. Ticker number 1, FCEL Fuelcell Energy. This is a fuel cell company that I think is going to take off. The chart's looking good, and I like the business model and the company's fundamentals. Fuelcell Energy, ticker FCEL, is a global leader in delivering clean, efficient, and affordable fuel cell solutions configured for the supply, recovery, and storage of energy. Basically, a fuel cell is generating energy via chemicals and not fossil fuels. So you're basically using chemicals like a battery. You know how battery acid generates the power, similar to that, but on a much bigger level and scale. Fuelcell already has some massive customer base. We have Pfizer, Exxon, Toyota. Who else we got in here? Pepperidge Farm. Good old Pepperidge Farm. You can't beat Pepperidge Farm's food there. So we have some massive customers already. Let's check out the revenue breakdown from 2019. So service and license. So building out the fuel cells and servicing them and licensing them to other companies, advancing in technologies 32%, generation, so actually generating the power and distributing the power to people who need to use it and charging for the use of that power accounted for 23% of the revenue in 2019. And this is what I like to see. Only 1% of the revenue came from actually selling the products, the fuel cells themselves. I like to see the revenue coming from reoccurring sources. So you get that foundation and you get that revenue coming in on a streamline, coming in on a reoccurring basis. So monthly or quarterly, you get a check from your customers. You're not just selling them a product one time. This is a penny stock that has cash. They're financially stable. A lot of times when you're investing in penny stocks, you're getting companies that are debt heavy, that are trying to raise capital in order to get the company up and running. This is a company where you don't have to worry about that. We have $107 million of total cash, restricted cash and equivalents. Increased liquidity with at-the-market sales of common stock generating net proceeds of $62 million. So they raised capital, but that's going to give us the peace of mind that they're not going to have to raise capital again and cause a crash in the stock price. Take a look at the numbers real quick. We have a market cap of $635 million on sales last year of $64 million, giving us the price to sales ratio under 10. I like to look at the price to sales ratio over any other number when we're looking at these companies, because these are companies that aren't in the prime of their business yet. Because as we progress, as clean energy progresses, these companies are just going to grow by default, because there's going to be a bigger need for clean energy. States and countries are going to start implementing regulations requiring businesses to be more energy efficient and to use clean energy. And this is going to improve the sales revenue forecasts for companies like FCEL Fuelcell. So I like to look at the price to sales ratio. So we have sales already of $64 million, and I think the revenue growth is going to look like this. It's going to be on an upwards trajectory. So we're in 2020 right now, and I just think the growth is going to be exponential as we develop as a society into using clean energy. We had earnings per share growth of 80% this year, and next year we're expecting 42% earnings per share growth. So the growth is there. Talk about my personal investing plan with this FCEL. Okay, so I'm looking at this level right here. We have a nice support level at the $1.50 area. We can see that level held many times, and then we just came back and retested it and got an immediate bounce off that level. So I want to buy in front of that $1.50 level, and then I'm looking to hold for the break of these levels up here of $3.50, and I'm putting a price target of $4.50 within the next 2 years on this FCEL. So that's giving us about 300% upside within a couple years. I'd say that's pretty good. That's ticker number 1. Ticker number 2, GEVO, GEVO Inc., another clean energy company, renewable gasoline. GEVO is another clean energy company building renewable fuels. So GEVO is trying to develop this bio-based gasoline instead of fossil fuel gasoline. Product is proven, works with all types of engines, works with all ages of vehicles, compatible with fuel infrastructure. So I don't see this type of technology as being really the future, right? I see more EV as taking over. But say 50 years from now, 30 years from now, using fossil fuel, non-renewable fuels is going to be prohibited. You're not going to be allowed to use regular gasoline. So say you have an old car that's still wanting to drive around, you're going to be able to use its bio-based gas to drive around. It's maybe a bridge to get to that total electric, right? So people who have combustion engines can use this renewable gas, renewable fossil fuels type gasoline to get to that total electric. Here we got some of their target markets. We have airplanes, jet fuel, gasoline for cars, lawn equipment. We have oxygenated blend stocks for gasoline, boats, and diesel in the future. And this gas and jet fuel is made from biomaterial, plants, corn, wood, a renewable form of gasoline. This is a little bit over my head, a little bit over my pay grade, but here we have a little diagram showing how the process works. You take the bio-based material, and this is how it's turned into the gasoline and jet fuels. So it's a very interesting concept, and I think the concept has merit. I think this is a idea that will eventually be needed, because we're going to have a ton of combustion engines out there that aren't going to be able to be transitioned to EV. People are still going to be wanting to drive around with their old combustion vehicles and not have to get rid of it, and this is a solution for that problem. All right, let's talk about my plan with this GEVO. I'm looking for this thing to hold this 80-cent level down here. I'm buying any pullback, and I'm holding for this thing to break this prior pivot up near 360. So we're currently trading at $1.20. That is another 300% bagger right there. I'm putting a price target of $3.20 on this GEVO. I think the technology is really smart. It's a really smart idea. People aren't realizing that there's still going to be a lot of combustion engines out there, and there's going to need to be fuels for them, and why not have a clean fuel, a clean energy that you can use in your combustion engine? It's a very smart idea by this GEVO, and I think this company is undervalued, and it's a great investment. Before we talk about the third and final ticker for this video, check out the 2-week free trial of this TrendSpider charting package, link in the description. They are now partnering with Touchdown Trades. They're our newest partner. It is a really great charting package, help you up your technical analysis game. Having good charts is key to being a good investor, a good swing trader, and I really like this charting software. It's very simple to use, but very intuitive as well. It's very customizable, and it also offers a scanner as well. I use it for my scanning and my charting now. So the third and final ticker is going to be one we talked about last video, but I am so in love with this company, I want to talk about it again, and that is SUNW Sunworks Inc., another solar company, clean energy. Sunworks is a solar company that is just building its foundation. We're getting the opportunity to invest in a solar company that is going to be taking off at ground level. We're getting in at basically nothing, and we're taking a shot on a company that I think has tons of potential to really take off as solar starts to materialize. Sunworks has a track record of growing 37% per year from the years 2014 to 2018. So they're already growing almost 40% per year, and we're not even really seeing the effects of solar yet. People aren't really realizing that solar is the future of powering the United States, of powering the world. I think 10 years from now, it's not going to be uncommon to drive through a neighborhood, and the majority of the houses in the neighborhood will have solar panels on the ceilings, on the roofs. And we're not there yet, and this company is already growing at a freaking extremely fast pace. So imagine when we get to the point where a lot of houses, it's not uncommon to see houses with solar panels and businesses with solar panels on the roofs. This company is going to grow like wildfire. Talked about this before, but they are targeting not only residential customers, which is going to be a huge market share, but also public works, municipalities, and commercial businesses and agricultural customers. I think the majority of the business is going to be coming from cities initially, cities, counties, businesses, your commercial customers initially, and then as we transition to residential customers getting solar panels installed on their houses, you're going to see this company really take off. This company is growing, remember we said, at a clip of 40% per year right now, and they're only in the western part of the United States. So imagine when they start to take a market share all over the United States, this company is going to see 100% growth, 200% growth annually, and I truly believe that. So I was already invested in this Sunworks. I had bought on this pullback here, I had a 235 average. And I did sell some of my position. I sold about 25% of my position today when we broke over $4. And I'm going to look to re-add that 25% if we come back and test this $3 area. I do not see us coming back down under that $3 level. And I'm looking to add and invest more for a long-term investment near that $3 area. So any pullback towards that $3 area, I'm looking to get long, and I'm holding it and will not sell one single share until we break $8 per share. So I'm putting an $8 price target. That is a long-term price target, but I think it's a very viable price target in the next few years, maybe a 5-year out price target. But we did just hit that a week ago, so who knows? If we get day traders coming into this and there's a short squeeze and a pump, sure, I'll take some profit off the table. But I'm investing this for the long term. This is not just a short term kind of trade. This is a long term investment for me because I believe this company has potential. this company has potential to grow exponentially once solar takes off. All right, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Check out the link for the free trial for the private Discord channel. We're really nailing it. We're killing it, making some huge gains there. So check that free trial out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you haven't yet liked this video, go ahead and like it. It helps the channel grow, and I love all of you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!
Drop.